They're embarrassed. You brilliantly dismantle them. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. They're embarrassed. You brilliantly dismantle them. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, mind over matter. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it's mind over matter. See, when you dismantle someone, a person, a group, a community, you're basically picking them apart. All right, you're basically picking them apart. So when I first started Muay Thai, okay, I would go against some of the best people, and today I still go against some of the best people inside the gym, right? Those who have been training for 15 plus years, 10 plus years, those who have professional fighting experience, okay? And I like to say that they dismantle you. They pick you apart. They exploit your weaknesses. They see what's open, they see what's closed. They defeat you with distance. They defeat you with positioning, okay? And overall, just their skill set. See, this is who you are in the emotional intelligence world. This is who you are in the psychological warfare world. All right. You pick them apart. You dismantle them. You follow what I'm saying? And see, when people think they're going to get an emotional reaction or response, you give them logic. When people think they're about to get the ignorant version of you, you give them class. And when people think that you are about to be pulled out of character, you give them dignity, integrity, and more character. I need y'all to understand something. They're embarrassed by the way you have picked them apart and brilliantly dismantled them. Have you noticed how people are frustrated and irritated just with your presence alone? We ain't talking about your smile, your voice, anything. All right? Drop in the comments, let me know yeah or nay. And are you aware that people are trying to figure you out? You are a puzzle that they can't solve. Drop in the comments and let me know. These are all signs of you brilliantly dismantling your enemies, this hateful community, these people who can't stand you, these close ones who are jealous and envious. The list goes on. Family, the way that you analyze and strategize has to be studied. And this is what they're doing. And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. But first thing is first, y'all be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Yes, y'all, we're coming in live on the Reno Speaks Life channel. We're not live, y'all, but y'all get the point. We on the Reno Speaks Life channel. And for those who probably already watched my other channel, y'all know what I ate, but I got to say it for my foodies over here, y'all. Your boy had some chicken teriyaki with shrimp, rice, fried rice, and vegetables, okay? My day is going well. I'm blessed. I woke up today, y'all. I can't complain. I'm breathing. Hey, glory be to the Most High. But with that being said, y'all drop in the comments. Let me know how you doing, what y'all got going on, and what y'all ate today, all right? But fam, let's go ahead and get directly into this banger, okay? Once again, they're embarrassed. You brilliantly dismantled them. Let's talk about it. Number one, and by the way, y'all, before I get into this video, this is how you brilliantly dismantle someone. And if you're already doing this, I'm only confirming what you already know, all right? Number one, you enabled self-sabotage, all right? You enabled self-sabotage. Sometimes, y'all, you have to allow people to self-destruct. Yeah, you have to allow people to hurt and harm themselves. It's not to say that that's what we're looking for. It's not to say that that's what we're praying on. I'm never praying on a person's downfall, and I'll never preach it. But you have to allow the person who's trying to sabotage you, your life, your loved ones, and the things that you are connected to, your positions, opportunities, your job, to allow them to do that exact thing to themselves. How do I do that, Reno? Number one, it's by not engaging. You can't engage with the person who's looking for drama. You can't engage with the person who's looking for a fight. Then you can't give them any emotional reactions. They're going to understand what angle to take when it comes to you. You can't give them a emotional response. They're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. All right? When I played football as a young kid, one of my homeboys, man, I ain't going to say his name, but one of my ex-homeboys, I would say, man, we had to do this drill called Oklahoma, all right? For all my football players, all my guys, y'all know it. When we did this drill, he lit me up every single time. And it was almost like it made the coach get excited by seeing me get depleted every single time. And what my homeboy would do is exploit my weakness every single time. Okay? And I say that to say this, y'all. When people see that you are doing the same thing whenever you engage with them, they're going to exploit that weakness every single time, all right? You have to ignore the provoking spirits. When people are provoking you, you know they doing things to pull you out of character. You know they saying things to take you to your limit. Family, since you know this, you can't give them what they want, all right? And this ultimately removes their power. And when you remove their power, it speaks to their insecurities. And so they begin to look for other people to self-project and hurt and harm, and all they see is themselves. And ultimately, they self-sabotage their own career, their own priorities, their own loved ones, and the list goes on. Because you removed yourself from that toxic environment. They self-destructed once they had nobody else to destroy. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2 is going to be this right here, fam. Focusing on your own progress. Focusing on your own progress. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, invest into yourself, all right? Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say invest into yourself. And on a side note, I don't care if you are investing into yourself spiritually. Hey, the scripture says to know them by their fruits. If you invest into yourself spiritually, you're still planting seeds and you will get a fruit from that. All right. Invest into yourself financially. Yeah. Invest into yourself physically. Get your body right. Invest into yourself emotionally. Become stronger internally. Right. Heart wise. Invest into yourself psychologically. What I'm saying, y'all, is that when you focus on your own progress, you are investing in you. You are building your brand. And see, a lot of people say, well, Reno, I ain't got no brand. Reno, I'm not a billboard. I'm not an advertisement. Yes, you are. I don't care if you are a male or female and you got 100 followers. You got a brand. You got to deal with it. The reason why you have a brand is because the way you present yourself to the world is how the world is going to receive you. And that's how they're going to treat you. You follow what I'm saying? So you have a brand and you got to protect it. It gets right back to focusing on your own progress. All right. You got to think of it like this, y'all. You have the person who pours everything into a job. By the way, if you're working a job, if this is where you're comfortable at, and then this is what you've been pouring into, I'm not saying you're wrong for this. This is just the other side for people who want more and better for themselves, and they're trying to figure out how to get it, okay? So the person who pours everything into a job, well, if you want more, you're failing because you have to pour just as much as you pour into that job into you. You're focusing on your own progress. You see how that works? When you focus on pouring into yourself, getting books for your mind, all right? Putting money into your equipment, putting, finances aside for your savings. And the list goes on for your 401k, your Roth IRA. All right. What happens is you begin to build off of your own momentum because you're focusing on your own progress. But the more you keep focusing on that job, the job is going to dismantle you because you put everything into them. But see, you can dismantle that job by utilizing them to invest in you. Does that make sense, y'all? Focus on your own progress by investing into yourself. This is how you brilliantly dismantle them. You started building your own nest. You started making your own waves. You started doing your own thing. And they never noticed it, but you did. And this is how you got ahead. But more importantly, you brilliantly dismantle them by focusing on your own progress. All right. Number 3, it's going to be this right here, fam. Maintain records. All right. Maintain records. I don't care who you are. Maintain records. Maintain documentation. Maintain information. I don't care what you do. Maintain records. Maintain documentation. Maintain information. Why? Because this saves you. I don't care if you got to record it with your phone. I don't care if you got to document it with pencil and paper, pen and paper. All right. I don't care if you got to take pictures, videos. I don't care what you do. Maintain the records. Family, when you think about the feds, they maintain the records. We are in 2026 and they're still talking about what they have Martin Luther King saying and doing on phone and on camera. And I'm talking about the old cameras, y'all. The old cameras. The one with the big face on it, with the big lip on it. Yeah, y'all. And then they're still talking about what Malcolm X did and other people, JFK, other individuals. All right. Reno, what are you saying right now? If the feds maintain records from the 50s and the 60s, you should be able to maintain records in the 2010s, the 2020s, all right? Wherever you are, and of course, y'all, in the year that we in right now. The point is, y'all, is when you maintain records, you can always go back and say, on April 1st, 2025, you said this. On this particular day, Thursday, at 6:45 p.m., you said this. You get what I'm saying? When you maintain records, it shows that you are not lying. You are the truth. And you have no reason to make them look like anything that they're not. You're only exposing the truth. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I'm exposing the truth. This is what you do when you maintain records. Number 4, it's going with this right here, fam. Mastering the information advantage. Mastering the information advantage. I'm going to drop a bomb on y'all with this one right here, y'all. All right. I do my research on stuff like this when it comes to the economy, society, why they have certain stores and certain environments. You know, a lot of people like to say, oh, it's a race thing. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm white. It's because I'm Hispanic. Now, there's going to be things that it's just going to be in white neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, Hispanic neighborhoods, Italian neighborhoods, due to marketing. But this is mainly a classism issue. It's not really a racist issue. Racism still exists, all right? But when it comes to economic pressures and systemic situations, it's really mainly a classism issue. And for those who don't know what classism is, you know, whether you are low income, mid income, high income, low class, middle class, high class. This is a classism issue. The green is the only color that matters, right? But anyway, one thing I studied was, and this is not all, okay, but I'm just giving y'all little pointers to kind of spark the brain. But I looked up why were certain things or what things were in low income communities, right? I searched up what things were in low income communities. A lot of people don't even do this type of research, but I seen that they had transportation, meaning like MARTA, bus lines, trains, stuff like that. Most times those things are in low income communities. Now, you can still have transportation in high income communities. However, you're going to mainly see them in low income communities. And of course, the transportation is going to be or look a lot better when it comes to being in high income communities, right? But anyway, transportation projects, of course, bulletproof gates. You're going to see bars on the windows, liquor stores. I didn't say wine bars. I said liquor stores, fast food. Once again, that's the same thing. High income communities are going to have fast food. It's just going to be a different type of fast food because it's a different market. All right. Overcrowded spaces. Okay. Stuff like DMVs and stuff like that. I ain't never seen a DMV in the suburbs. You get what I'm saying? I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Y'all stay with me. In the high income communities, they have parks, a bunch of greenery, rivers, plazas, updated plazas, that is, right? Boutiques. I didn't say stores. I didn't say a bodega. I said boutiques, okay? Very exquisite. Wine bars, gourmet markets, personal chefs, private trainers. Are y'all getting at, or do y'all understand what I'm getting at? What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that the governments, businesses, okay, communities, organizations, they understand demographics, they understand the class, They understand the information of or the analytics of the people in these communities, and they master that information. That's their advantage. So what they do is I'm going to put this type of bottle of water in this community. I'm going to put this type of store in this community. I'm going to give them this type of food in this community because I know this is what they want. In low income communities, you're going to see Chinese food. I don't really see Chinese food in high income suburbs. All right. Maybe in the area where there's more of an urban feel, but not in the suburbs. Okay. This is not a race thing. This is a class thing. I'm making my point by saying this, y'all. They mastered the information advantage. They know what they're going to do before they do it. They know how they're going to do it. They know how much of it they want. They know the type of food. They know the letter, the number. They know everything. They mastered the information advantage. And this is how they brilliantly dismantle these communities from the rich to the poor. There's certain things that rich people do that poor people don't, and vice versa. Reno, what are you saying right now? You mastered the information advantage, and this is how you were able to brilliantly dismantle them. Okay. Number 5, y'all, is going to be this right here. Exploit the power of distance. Exploit the power of distance. So when you deny a manipulator the ability to come see you or be around you, you are exploiting the power of distance. I'm not placing anything on you, but hypothetically speaking, let's just say you're not that strong of a person to say no or to turn down that pressure, right? Because when you are around a manipulator, it is pressure. They can make you do things, say things, go places that you did not want to go or things that you did not want to do, all right? But when you keep your distance, you are exploiting the power of distance. When you keep that space, you are exploiting the power of distance. And there's nothing they can do about it. Family, that is why they're embarrassed, and this is how you brilliantly dismantle them, by exploiting the power of distance, keeping them at bay, keeping them by the river, keeping them at the window. I'm not allowing you to come in because I don't want to be manipulated, gaslighted, or shamed for not doing X, Y, and Z for you, okay, when I'm prioritizing myself right now. But the point is, y'all, is that when you exploit the power of distance, this is a way you brilliantly dismantle them, okay? But with that being said, fam, y'all be sure to tune in to this recap, and then we'll conclude this video. But number 1, you enable self-sabotage. Number 2, focusing on your own progress. Number 3, maintaining records. Number 4, mastering the information advantage. And number 5, exploiting the power of distance. Okay, with that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.